Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the run, still looking. Working that left side now. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks, we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Buying some time. He's going to take off. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he's a real nowhere man. This no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. On fourth down, flexing that muscle in the run game. The Tar Heels have enough for the first down.
How about that call? You're right around midfield, fourth down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the ball is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. So now the offense is going to have to regroup. A turnover on the first drive of the game can bruise that confidence a little bit.
No doubt about it. It's so hard as an offense to create any momentum and get any confidence.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Get it out on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going. And the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack. And what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
They'll run it from the gun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on down.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass and forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Tide with the 1st and 10. To the ground with the back.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Leaves it with the running back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
It's tough, man. On 3rd down, you're trying to throw against a nickel defense. We've got extra DBs on the field, and it's just a lot faster. The window's closed so much quicker. So good job not seeing it open. Just take off and get what you can get now, setting up a 4th and very manageable situation.
Ball's at the 29. They'll keep the offense out there and go for it. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Extending the play. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run, and he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Looking to scramble. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's going to run it. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. Getting some heat. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And this offense choose to be aggressive? Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got it in the middle. It's Haas. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game.
Grabs it inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. They'll immediately call timeout. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Back to pass, it's Shager. Using the quick game. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the returner will be knocked down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And he hauls it in inside the 30. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start the second half. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive.
And that's a live ball behind the line.
And what a great job by the defense, securing the wide receiver, getting the football out, getting it on the deck, and dadgummit if it didn't bounce, right back to the offense.
after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. And they got him for the sack.
This game really has turned into a defensive struggle, and both defenses right now are just absolutely dominating. That time, nice job using his pass rush moves, getting to the quarterback, and they just look like they cannot be blocked right now up front.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. A big-time catch along the sidelines, got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline, run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get to your quarterback.
Trying play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And it's no good. He missed it. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
To the air, it's Milroe. Quarterback extends the play. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Looking to scramble. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Looking down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away. Gonna try to get it himself. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, chew up yards, getting a big play down the field.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. And he's out of bounds just short of the goal line, but are they ever in business now?
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
7, North Carolina, 3.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. Touchdown, Tar Heels! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out. That's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The RPO, it's complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. The handoff to Johnson. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Pulls it in. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
It's money time, and my quarterback's got to come through, and boy, does he ever. It wasn't with his arm this time, but with his legs. You don't account for his legs? Look at this. Scramble around, get outside the pocket, make something happen, and make the heads-up play to stop the clock by stepping out of bounds.
See, they need more runs like that. It's just been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver shows motion. To the air, it's Shager. Quick strike complete. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th. Instead of opting for the chip shot field goal attempt and tying the game, these guys want to take the lead. Trying to get to it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Bro, I thought I had that, bro. My QB's just slow.
Football 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the.
Man, I don't think I can quit the game. I'll let you have it. Man, I didn't quit the game, bro. Bro, no, I was gonna lose it away. Ain't no point. Ain't no way I was gonna come back after that. But my QB, I should have went for the field goal, but it's straight. Why not go for this? That good. Man, why then I just kicked the field goal? I don't care what nobody said, but let me see how much Jalen Miller will cover. That's who I learned from. No, man. North Carolina. He beat me 10-7. He made sure it was overtime time. Bro, how much is the 90-something Jalen Miller? Yeah, nobody wants to sell me a cheaper. If y'all want to buy me a Jalen Miller, please dial 1-800. I need help check it out. That's 1-800. I need help check it out. Buy me a Jalen Miller, please. Tom Brady, like no team will work. What type of stadium am I playing? Yeah, I see so much Nissan Stadium, I guess.
And the Buckeyes will
But
kick away to
anyway,
start.
but Tom Brady, nobody really wanted him at first. The Patriots were gonna cut him, but they seen some potential in him.
He'll bring it out. It's Watts.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, he
That
ain't
is a
meet the
decision he will
requirements of the
likely
job
regret. He brings it
as
out
a
of the end
normal
zone
QB
and
would.
he's
But
knocked
then,
down at the 10.
but he ain't nothing to stop him. He kept
First
pressing,
down
then he
for
got
the
the.
offense. Running back searching for a
That's why
hole.
they call. That's why they call me.
Never
That's why
underestimate
I don't
the
compare
power
myself
of
as a goat.
moving forward and
You don't
creating
see yourself as a goat. I
He's
don't
up
see
to the
myself as a
17.
goat.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that
If
second down
if y'all
really,
gonna praise somebody,
manageable.
they
That's a
praise
great
what the
job
goal
by the
is.
offense.
Like LeBron
Still
James.
on his feet. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it
not
and picks
LeBron,
up a
Michael
first
Jordan.
down.
Defense
Lionel
is
Messi.
going to have their hands full trying to stop this
Hey,
guy.
if
They
y'all
better
gonna praise
rally
him,
to the
y'all praise
football
God
and
the
get
same
multiple
way.
hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the Bible says,
Really
do
nice
not
job by
worship
the
any
defense.
other
They pulled the
gods
quarterback
other
was
than me.
outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that.
That where it
throw.
said, that was Moses, that what
Second
God
down
told
after
Moses to
that
tell them people, and they
incompletion.
did it
Dropping
either
back,
way. And
it's
guess what?
Shager.
God wasn't with them no more.
Quickly
That's
to
up
the
in
tight end.
Exodus. That's why I
They
stopped.
make the stop,
That's
trying
why
to pick up just a little bit
I
of
don't hear
time to
everybody.
get to that first down marker.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I like paper get.
When I have all that speed on the field, I got to find a favorable matchup. They're all across the board. Which guy do I know can win? Man-to-man coverage, you can see that guy can win on that play.
Going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Catch in the middle. It's Patterson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The seventh play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on third and short. Pocket starts to collapse. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a great example of a receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He wants to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Alabama. Here comes the two-point try. They're working that left side. He gets it in there for the two-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. First down for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.